What should I do if the scale of the flatbed printer is dirty? Micolor Print Technology, Co. Ltd. What is the grading ruler of the flatbed machine? The flatbed printer grading ruler is an easy-to-understand term for the ruler of the universal flatbed printer. During the entire printing process of the universal flatbed printer, the trolley moves back and forth according to the actual size of the output. What is the grading ruler of the flatbed machine? The flatbed printer grading ruler is an easy-to-understand term for the ruler of the universal flatbed printer. During the entire printing process of the universal flatbed printer, the trolley moves back and forth according to the actual size of the output pattern during printing. On the back side of the universal flatbed printer, there is a sensor. After the computer outputs the printing and printing instructions, the printer head moves out of the initial position. At this time, the grading ruler sensor of the universal flatbed printer will sense the above scale to determine the correct printing. Print interval. What does the grading ruler do? The grading ruler of the universal printer mainly plays the role of positioning. The interval between the two vertical lines on the grading ruler is a unit size. How many vertical lines the mobile trolley moves can measure the size and position of the trolley movement. Therefore, the universal flatbed printer can accurately print the surface of the substrate according to the set data. Friends who use flatbed printers will often clean and maintain key parts such as nozzles, inks, and machine heads. But it is easy to ignore the grading ruler, which often leads to wildly different results. The function of the grading ruler as introduced above. It can be seen that if there is dust or stains on the surface of the grading ruler, the sensor cannot accurately sense the scale on it. So there is no way to define the moving range of the trolley, which will cause the trolley to work. It is like a wild horse running away, uncontrolled, and it will cause the moving carriage of the universal flatbed printer to quickly hit the left side of the flatbed printer. It can be seen how important it is to clean the grading ruler when it is dirty. In the process of using the universal printer, if you find that the grading ruler is dirty, you must clean it in time. You can use absorbent cotton or a clean cloth dipped in alcohol to gently wipe the universal flatbed printer grading ruler from beginning to end. Wipe in one direction. Do not wipe back and forth so as to ensure the smoothness of the surface. After cleaning the grading ruler, you can also clean the grading disc. The position of the grading disc is easy to find. Just remove the two screws on the dust cover to see the grading disc and the grading disc sensor, which can be dipped with a clean cloth. Gently wipe with alcohol. For cleaning valuables in the printer, it is best to use alcohol to clean because alcohol evaporates quickly and does not stay for too long. This method of operation does less damage to the machine. If you use water, it is more difficult to volatilize and stay on the surface. It takes a long time and will cause greater damage to the machine. Pay attention to the following points when maintaining the grading ruler. First, do not use any liquid when cleaning. After disassembling the components, first blow away the large particles of dust, and then wipe with a clean cloth or cotton swab. If it is not clean, dip it in alcohol and wipe it off in the same direction. Second, in the daily operation process, it is best to be in an independent, clean, low-key, low-light, well-ventilated working environment. The ambient temperature is best kept at 18 degrees Celsius tilde, 30 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity is best kept at 30% tilde, 70% non-condensing. The ventilation equipment is recommended to use an overhead exhaust fan with an exhaust volume of 600 CFM. Third, be careful not to scratch or get wet during operation to avoid ghosting in the next printing. All in all, the working environment of the universal flatbed printer is very important, and it is also very important for the universal printer to wipe regularly. If there are ink residues or dust on the parts of the machine, it must be cleaned in time, because when the flatbed printer is always in a clean state, it can prolong its service life, which can bring more benefits.